The tragic mid-air collision of Saudi Arabian Airlines Flight 763 and Kazakhstan Airlines Flight 1907. On November 12, 1996, tragedy struck in the skies over India when two commercial aircraft collided mid-air near Charkhi Dadri, Haryana, claiming the lives of all 349 people aboard both planes. The disaster remains one of the deadliest mid-air collisions in aviation history, sparking significant changes in global air traffic control and safety protocols. Saudi Arabian Airlines Flight 763. Saudi Arabian Airlines Flight 763 was a Boeing 747-168B with registration HZIH. It was departing from Delhi, bound for Dhahran and Jeddah, with 312 people on board. The crew consisted of Captain Khalid Al-Shubaili, aged 44, a seasoned pilot with 9,837 flight hours. First Officer Nazir Khan, aged 37. Flight Engineer Ahmed Idris, aged 33. The passengers included many Indians, primarily blue-collar workers traveling to Saudi Arabia. There is some discrepancy in the reports regarding passenger nationalities. One report noted 215 Indians, 40 Nepalis, and 3 Americans, while another mentioned a mix of 17 nationalities, including Pakistanis, a Bangladeshi, a Briton, and a Saudi Arabian. Among the 12 crew members were 5 Saudi anti-terrorism officials. Kazakhstan Airlines Flight 1907. Kazakhstan Airlines Flight 1907, an Aviation IL-76TD with registration UN 76435, was on a charter service from Chimkent Airport to Delhi. The crew included Captain Alexander Cherpanov, aged 44, an experienced pilot with 9,229 flight hours. First Officer Ermek Zangarov, aged 37. Flight Engineer Alexander Chuprov, aged 50. Navigator Zahanbek Arapiv, aged 51. Radio Operator Igor Rep, aged 41. The flight carried 37 passengers, most of whom were ethnic Russian Kyrgyz citizens traveling to India for shopping. The 5-person crew, typical for Soviet-designed aircraft, operated under unique protocols, relying heavily on the radio operator for communication with air traffic control, ATC. The collision. Saudi Flight 763 departed Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport at 6:32 p.m. local time. It was cleared to climb to an altitude of 14,000 feet, 4,250 meters. At the same time, Kazakhstan Flight 1907 was descending to land at Delhi and was instructed to maintain 15,000 feet, 4,550 meters. However, the Kazakh crew misinterpreted their assigned altitude and descended below 15,000 feet. By 6:39 p.m., the two planes were on a collision course. The approach controller, VK Dutta, warned the Kazakh crew of oncoming traffic, but communication barriers and procedural missteps delayed their response. The collision occurred moments later. The left wing of the Kazakh Aviation sliced through the left wing of the Saudi Boeing 747. Simultaneously, the 747's horizontal stabilizer struck the tail section of the Aviation. Both planes suffered catastrophic damage. The Saudi aircraft spiraled downward at nearly supersonic speed before disintegrating mid-air, while the Kazakh plane entered a flat spin and crashed into a field. The wreckage of the two planes was found near Dani and Bairohar villages in Haryana. All 312 passengers and crew on Saudi Flight 763 and all 37 on Kazakhstan Flight 1907 perished in the collision. Investigation. The collision was investigated by the Lahoti Commission, led by Delhi High Court Judge Ramesh Chandra Lahoti. The investigation found that the primary cause of the disaster was the failure of the Kazakhstan Airlines crew to maintain their assigned altitude. The commission noted several factors. The Kazakh pilots relied on their radio operator for communication due to limited English proficiency. The crew's altimeters were calibrated in meters, while international standards use feet, creating potential confusion. Poor crew coordination and situational awareness among the 5-person Kazakh crew contributed to the error. Indira Gandhi International Airport lacked secondary radar, which could have provided critical altitude data to ATC. The investigation also revealed that, moments before the collision, the Kazakh radio operator, Igor Rep, noticed the altitude discrepancy and warned the pilots. However, Their attempt to climb came too late to avoid the collision. Aftermath. The tragedy highlighted serious flaws in air traffic management and safety protocols in Indian airspace. Key recommendations from the investigation included separating inbound and outbound aircraft using designated air corridors, installing secondary surveillance radar for more accurate altitude data, mandating the use of traffic collision avoidance systems, TCAS, on all commercial aircraft in Indian airspace. These recommendations were implemented, setting a global precedent for mandatory TCAS usage. Additionally, New Delhi's airspace was restructured to create separate routes for departures and arrivals. Memorial and legacy. As of 2021, efforts to build a memorial park in Charkhi Dadri to honor the victims are ongoing. The proposed memorial will include the names and details of those who lost their lives, with support from the Haryana government and international organizations. The Charkhi Dadri collision serves as a somber reminder of the critical importance of clear communication, advanced technology, and stringent air traffic protocols in preventing such disasters. It stands as one of the most devastating examples of the human and systemic errors that can lead to catastrophic consequences. Thanks for watching.